my channel, Black Anglican. I have some extra time today, so I figured I would come on and read chapter 6 of Genesis out of the New Living Translation. So, should we dive in? And this is chapter 6, A World Gone Wrong. When the people began to multiply on the earth, and daughters were born to them, then people began to multiply on the earth, and daughters were born to them. The sons of God saw the beautiful women, and took any of them they wanted as their wives. Then the Lord said, My spirit will not put up with humans for such a long time, for they are only mortal flesh. In the future, their normal lifespan will be no more than 120 years. In those days, and for some time after, giant Nephilites lived on the earth. For whenever the sons of God had intercourse with women, they gave birth to children who became the heroes and famous warriors of ancient times. Famous warriors and heroes. Wow. I wonder what it would be like to live during those times and to see these heroes and warriors in action. The Lord observed the extent of human wickedness on the earth, and he saw that everything they thought or imagined was constantly and totally evil. So the Lord was sorry he had ever made them and put them on the earth. Kind of reminds me of today. It feels like a lot of people have just evil thoughts and are constantly thinking about evil. And the Lord said, I will wipe this human race I have created from the face of the earth. Yes, and I will destroy every living thing, all the people, the large animals, the small animals that scurry along the ground, and even the birds of the sky. You notice that God did not mention the marine animals, just the animals that are above the seas, so the animals that are on dry ground and the birds of the air. I am sorry I ever made them, but Noah found favor with the Lord. So it turns out that Noah has been the only one that's been acting in a righteous way because he found favor with God. The story of Noah. This is the account of Noah and his family. Hey, Cristiano. Noah was a righteous man, the only blameless person living on earth at the time, and he walked in close fellowship with God. So now we know that Noah walked in close fellowship with God, and he was living a righteous life, following all the commands. Noah was the father of 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now God saw that the earth had been corrupt and was filled with violence. God observed all this corruption in the world, for everyone on earth was corrupt. So God said to Noah, I have decided to destroy all living creatures, for they have filled the earth with violence. Yes, I will wipe them all out along with the earth. Build a large boat from cypress wood and waterproof it with tar, inside and out. Then construct decks and stalls throughout its interior. Make the boat 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. This must have been a daunting task to build such a boat that's this big. Leave an 18-inch opening below the roof all the way around the boat. Put the door on the side and build 3 decks inside the boat, lower, middle, and upper. Look, I am about to cover the earth with a flood that will destroy every living thing that breathes. Everything on earth will die, but I will confirm my covenant with you. So enter the boat, you and your wife, and your sons and their wives. Bring a pair of every kind of animal, a male and a female, into the boat with you to keep them alive during the flood. So we see that God has commanded Noah to also bring a male and female of all the animals so they can survive during the flood and then repopulate. Pairs of every kind of bird And every kind of animal and every kind of small animal that scurries along the ground will come to you to be kept alive. So we know that God is going to move within the animals to bring them to Noah to be saved. And be sure to take on board enough food for your family and for all the animals. They'll need sustenance to get through this flood because the Lord is going to completely destroy everything as he told us. So Noah did everything exactly as God had commanded him. The word of the Lord. Wow, my goodness. So we see that humans started to act very corrupt and evil in the eyes of the Lord. But Noah, he stuck to the path and lived lived through God's commandments and was righteous. So God found favor with him, and God is going to command him to build this humongous boat so he can bring male and female animals onto the boat so they can repopulate after the flood. Tomorrow we'll continue chapter 7 and we'll see what God has planned for the flood and the earth. And we'll see what will go on with Noah and his 3 sons. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And join me tomorrow for another live stream to see what great wonders and miracles has in store. Have a blessed afternoon, and always remember that God loves you too. God bless.